lifestyles. In Ghana, we have built resilient African-tailored waste treatment systems, tackling waste, creating dignified jobs, and delivering climate solutions, one plant at a time. Your Excellency, today in Ghana, we have our 36 plants transforming landscape of waste management. And I would think that Kenya also can harness this potential. Kenya, with a population of 57 million, generates 28,000 of waste daily. And we humbly want to plead that, Your Excellency, we will cluster these counties into regional clusters, and so that 5 counties can use this integrated waste park. Your Excellency, it might interest you to know that about 52,000 jobs can be created in a year through this kind of treatment plant. 30,000 jobs will be created from the collection of the waste, transporting, and then sweeping. 21,000 jobs will be created by the integrated waste management plant, and 1,800 will be created through the green jobs, data collection, monitoring, and validation of the carbon market. This year's theme for the People for Prosperity, that's the Devolution 2025, is inclusion and social justice. It's more than a slogan. It is a call for action to put people at the center to ensure that progress is fair, inclusive, and transformative. The African is capable of managing his own affairs. The mission goes beyond business and is about turning African waste crisis into a driver of jobs, climate action, prosperity. Together, Ghana and Kenya can build and sustain with waste management resources in the countries. There's nothing like waste. It's a misplaced resource. Just place it up, and then you'll be able to recycle it. Today, I am confident that the next DEFCON 2027 will be able to talk about evidence of plant installed in all the countries. Your Excellency, kindly humbly permit me to watch a 1-minute video of the glimpse of how the equipment operates. Asante sana. Thank you.
Are expanding rapidly, alive with potential, yet burdened by a growing challenge. How do we manage waste sustainably as urbanization accelerates? At a Jospon group of companies, we have walked this path in Ghana. We have learned that real change begins on the ground.
The trucks comes in there and then offload the waste onto the bay. The wheel loader goes in there and scoop the waste from the receiving bay and then push it through to the apron feeder. The material flows through the shredder or the terminator. Then from there, it's also moved into another conveyor which runs through into what we call the trammer screen. There are human intervention whereby they try to sort out all the other materials that we need in terms of segregation of the waste.
Matured compost is bagged on site. This compost is excellent organic fertilizer for agriculture and horticulture. K-Cup can produce 3,000 bags of finished 50 kg compost daily. At the Plastics Recycling Center, the plastics undergo washing, shredding, extrusion, and pelletizing. The pellets are bagged and sold to plastics products manufacturers as raw material. Metals and paper are also further sorted by type and billed for customers in the metals and paper industries, respectively. This isn't just a plant. Behind these walls, we mine the black gold.
We came here as team governors. Purposely is because we want to, manage our solid waste. We were saying there is no more waste in terms of solid waste management. We are turning it to value.
The end result is not going to be something that is just county related. It is for every citizen, from your sewer problem that we have had to the waste problem that we have had, and most importantly, look at every single crisis that you have and how can you convert it into an opportunity We convert an opportunity by creating jobs, by using the byproducts that are going to be coming up.
Today, with humility and hope, we bring those lessons, those systems, and that commitment to Kenya. Your Excellency, with our recycling and compost plant technology, tailored for the African environment, we are setting up composting and recycling plants that recover up to 80% of municipal solid waste. In addition, we are addressing one of the toughest sanitation challenges by establishing fecal sludge and liquid waste treatment facilities. These plants will become critical infrastructure in urban and peri-urban communities, protecting public health and the environment. These are not just projects for us, they are partnerships and a shared dream of turning waste into opportunity. But our proudest achievement isn't the technology or a building. We've walked side by side with our Kenyan partners, sharing knowledge, building capacity, and investing in people. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the President of Kenya, His Excellency President William Ruto, the Council of Governors, and the good people of Kenya for their unwavering support. We deeply value this collaboration that promotes development and strengthens the ties between our two great nations. Together with the people of Kenya, we are proving that African-led solutions can redefine the future of sustainability on our continent.
Thank you very much, Jospong, an African solution to an African problem. Thank you very much. Now let me invite Ambassador Sebastian Groth, the Ambassador of Federal Republic of Germany to Kenya, and who also sits in as the co-chairperson of the Devolution Donor Working Group. Karibu sana Balozi.
Asante sana Bwana MC, Your Excellency President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samuel Ruto, Chairman of the Council of Governors Ahmed Abdullahi, my dear friend Gladys, Governor of Homa Bay, who is hosting us today, all the other governors, members of the Kenyan government. I've seen Waziri Opio and his colleagues, PS, members of parliament, my fellow diplomats. Good morning and hamjambo. It's a great honor to join you at this year's Devolution conference, and I would like to congratulate all the decision makers that chose Homa Bay for this year. I come often to this region, to Kisumu, to Migori, Siaya, and Homa Bay. And the more often I come, the more I love the region, the people, and also the food. Ahero rech, gi kuon, gi osuga. And I sincerely thank you for the invitation to this important gathering and for the opportunity to engage with you. It is my deep belief that the counties, the governors, the MCAs, the local administrations are the real champions of Kenya's evolved system of governance. And devolution truly has transformed Kenya in the last decade, bringing decision-making closer to communities and expanding opportunities for citizen engagement. From health to infrastructure to agriculture and climate resilience, the impact of devolution is tangible across the country. As development partners, we commend county governors and county assemblies for your leadership in advancing this transformative agenda. We also salute the Council of Governors and the State Department for Devolution, the Office of the Deputy President, for its vital role in fostering coordination among counties and the national government. The Devolution Conference is the central platform for recommitment to deepen and further develop devolution. And I think the theme of this year's gathering, For the People, for Prosperity, Devolution is a catalyst for equity, inclusion, and social justice, powerfully captures what is at stake. After more than a decade of institution building, time has come to focus on Devolution's ultimate purpose, improving the lives of the citizens of the Wananchi of this beautiful country of Kenya. And we have seen in the last month and 1.5 years the importance of listening to the voices of these Wananchis, especially the young people who are invested in the future of their country, and creating meaningful spaces for engagement and responsiveness, including and especially on the county level, remains essential to building trust and strengthening democratic governance. Germany, through our technical cooperation agency, GIZ and KfW, is pleased to co-chair the Devolution Donor Working Group together with UNDP. And as development partners in the devolution space, we, the Devolution Donor Working Group, we would like to highlight a number of critical areas to the further success of the devolution. Firstly, as partners, we are convinced that the timely transfer of funds from the national to county governments is essential. Reliable resource flows are essential for counties to effectively deliver on their mandates and meet citizens' expectations. And I can tell you from the German experience that we know that this is not a very easy task. We have very rich regions like Bavaria and poorer ones in the northeast of the country. And every year there's a struggle for resources because in our constitution, we have an obligation to equilibrate the conditions of living in the whole country. But of course, you give from the one and take from the one and give it to the others is always a very complex discussion, and also on the level of the federal government to the 16 regions that we have in Germany. But still it is essential for federalism or for devolution and decentralization. Secondly, we encourage increased efforts to generate own resource revenue with counties. Strengthening revenue collection systems is key to meeting development needs and reducing dependency on national allocations. And during the tour of the booth, we have seen very impressive technological advances that make it easier for the counties also to tap into these resources. Thirdly, we emphasize the importance of strengthening public financial management, transparency and accountability. Responsible resource use is fundamental to delivering concrete results. And finally, we underline the need for meaningful public participation, especially by women, youth and persons with disabilities. Their voices must be heard and included to ensure truly inclusive and responsive governance. Be assured, governors, MCAs, National Government of Kenya, Your Excellency the President, of our cooperation and our willingness in pursuing these important priorities. Our commitment to supporting devolution and deepening this partnership with the counties is strong. For Germany, devolution is one of our development cooperation priority areas. We are active in basically all the counties with different initiatives. One of them is a very important one. It's called FLOCA. It should strengthen the climate resilience on the local level, and I will visit some of these projects tomorrow in Kisumu County. To conclude, let me thank you once again for this important gathering. We enter now 3 days of discussion and reflection. But let us remember, devolution is not an event. Devolution is a continuous process of strengthening institutions that deliver and that respond to citizens' needs, and about upholding a genuine partnership also between government and the people, and between government and counties and the development partners. It is in this process that I wish all attendees a successful and inspiring Devolution Conference 2025. Be assured that the partners remain committed. We will travel this journey together, and I'm very much looking forward to our cooperation. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Kamano.
Thank you very much, Balozi. Another round of appreciation for Balozi. Your Excellency, county assemblies play a very critical role in the devolution family, and I now want to invite the chairperson of the County Assemblies Forum, CAF, Honorable Seth Mwatela, to come and make his remarks, but also recognize the county assemblies members present. Karibu sana, Bwana Speaker.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, distinguished leaders, fellow Kenyans, friends of devolution, on behalf of the County Assembly, allow me to begin by expressing our deepest gratitude to the Excellency, our President, the Senate, and the National Assembly. The recent passage, which is just today in the morning, of the County Public Finance Law Amendment Bill 2023, which we witnessed today in the morning, marks a historic turning point. This is a landmark legislation, Your Excellency, liberating the county assemblies from the executive dependency. It empowers us to fulfill our roles without fear or favor. Your Excellency, if I don't say this, the MCAs will discipline me. Your Excellency, this is a promise delivered, and we thank you. Your Excellency, the county assemblies are the heart of the soul of devolution. We are the most direct link between the government and the people. Our roles go beyond mere administration. They are fundamental to the success of devolution and the devolved governance. We are the ones who enact the law tailored to unique needs of our communities. And so far, it is important to note the county assemblies have enacted over 2,000 legislation since 2013. We have been providing oversight to ensure county executive is accountable and that the public funds are used wisely, and lastly, champion the interest of our constituents, ensuring their voice is heard and their concerns are addressed. Your Excellency, as we celebrate the devolution milestone, we must also acknowledge that there is more to be done to truly empower county assemblies and the people we serve. As County Assembly, we humbly request your support in the following critical areas. The first is the Ward Development Fund. The Ward Development Fund is the lowest unit in the development of our governance structure. The Constitution of Kenya is currently being amended to anchor CDF, NGAF, and the Senate. Oversight fund must be the oversight fund, but unfortunately, the Ward Development Fund was left out. We therefore request your support, together with the Senate and the National Assembly, to support so that we can secure the Ward Development Fund in the same amendment bill to ensure similar treatment is also accorded to the MCAs, just as the national legislators. This is not about us. It is not about us. It is about giving the MCAs the tool to address the development needs at the ward level, ensuring that no community is left behind at the corners of this country. Your Honor, Our Excellency, the second is the pension for the MCAs. The work of an MCA is demanding, often taking a significant personal role. After years of service, our members deserve the security of dignity and dignified retirement. We appeal for your support in providing a comprehensive pension for the MCAs. The current legislation that has been forwarded to the National Assembly by the Senate does not address the pension needs of our members. Lastly, is to improve the remuneration of our members. We have engaged severally the SRC on many occasions and even developed a job evaluation for our members as agreed in March 2024. Our grading has never been done to reflect our job. We remain at the same level since inception of devolution, while other state officers, both at the county and the national level, have moved substantially. We therefore ask for your intervention to secure our remuneration commensurate to our constitutional duties. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we deliberate in the Devolution Conference, let us be bold in our resolution by reaffirming our commitment to oversight, accountability, and financial independence, not as mere aspiration, but as fundamental pillars of our democracy. The strength of devolution lies in strong, independence, and well-resourced counties. I want to stop there. I want to thank you, Your Excellency, the National Assembly, the Senate, and may God bless Kenya and the spirit of devolution. Asanteni sana, erokamano. Honorable members, I want to recognize all the honorable members from all the county assemblies. They can just stand so that we can recognize all of you. Your Excellency, I can assure you, we have 47 members from the county assemblies represented herein. We thank you and asante sana. Thank you.
Let's appreciate the chairman of CAF. I now want to invite the Principal Secretary in State Department of Devolution, Michael Lenasalon, to come and make his remarks. Karibu sana Bwana PS.
Your Excellency, the President of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, Honorable Governors, Cabinet Secretaries, Principal Secretaries, Senators and Members of Parliament, Speakers and Members of County Assemblies, Development Partners, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Jodurua Maso, Umor, I'm honored to join you in Homa Bay, the County of Endless Potential, for the 9th Devolution Conference and the 2nd biennial conference. United under the powerful theme, for the people, for prosperity, devolution as a catalyst for equity, inclusion, and social justice. This year's theme resonates with the objects of devolution, which are fundamental ideas on which our devolved system of governance is anchored. Devolution is about equity, inclusion, and social justice. It is about ensuring that no Kenyan is left behind, regardless of their geographic location, gender, ethnicity, disability, status, or socio-economic background. Since inception, devolution has transformed our governance landscape. It has brought public services closer to the people, accelerated development at the grassroots level, especially for initially marginalized communities, and provided opportunities for participatory governance. Yet, as our sub-theme challenges us, we must now re-engineer county governments to go further. That means to innovate, collaborate, and dismantle the stubborn socio-economic divide that persists. This way, the potential of county governments shall be fully harnessed. Ladies and gentlemen, the State Department for Devolution remains committed to supporting the effective implementation of devolution by empowering county governments to deliver services optimally. One of the key initiatives that the State Department is currently implementing is the second Kenya Devolution Support Program. The program supports counties to improve service delivery, resource management, and institutional accountability. KDSP2 will help boost Kenya's fiscal sustainability by supporting mechanisms for enhancing county-owned source revenue management and improving public expenditure transparency and effectiveness. Additionally, the program is supporting the automation of various manual or government processes, including the automation of exchequer releases, revenue collection, and payroll management. The resultant systems such as human resource information system and digital revenue platforms will improve credibility and accountability of government processes and services. The manual processes have historically caused inefficiencies, translating to mismanagement of resources. KDSP2 will establish a performance management culture in counties. This will be supported through an integrated performance management framework and system standardization performance in government. Counties will be incentivized to undertake monitoring of performance contracts and cascading of the performance contracts to the lowest level. To strengthen participation of citizens in governance, the program aims to support the quality of citizen participation and feedback mechanism on service delivery, thereby improving the quality of life for the people of Kenya. The investment dashboards being supported by KDSP2 will facilitate the tracking of county projects implementation and provide an opportunity for real-time citizen feedback. Another key initiative by the State Department for Devolution is the Strengthening Good Governance in Kenya program. Together with other stakeholders and development partners, that is the EU and GIZ, SDD will employ innovative methods through incentivizing county government to instill the culture of good governance. Central to good governance is performance management, which must be rooted in credible evidence that guides county planning, priority setting, and decision-making. Through this program, standards and norms that are critical to harmonization of service delivery across the devolved units will be established. Since citizens are the center of performance management, this program is supporting civic education to empower them in oversighting the government in service delivery. Additionally, the crucial role the county assemblies play in oversight, ensuring that resources are used as intended, will be strengthened by building their capacity in budget scrutiny. Ladies and gentlemen, the full potential of devolution calls for reimagining and rethinking governance through opportunities that are available all there with the advancement of technology. Firstly, I will list some of them: embedding performance culture, institutionalizing performance management across county operations, and linking budget execution directly to service delivery outcomes. Secondly, creating climate-smart cities, utilizing satellite monitoring for urban planning compliance. Your Excellency, the human resource alone is not enough, so we need also to leverage on technology, and also transforming waste management systems into circular economies, as already outlined by previous speakers. Scaling wetland and river restoration, like the model, Nairobi River model, which is on track and very effective. Your Excellency, the rule book for cities should also be re-engineered, because with a big rule book, then, for example, the Nairobi Rivers, the vision and the citizen involvement and the action is just what's needed, not so the governance needs also to be re-engineered for the county cities. Advancing agricultural innovation. 3, establishing county-based food production systems, ecosystems, and implementing spatial planning for sustainable land use. 4, democratizing healthcare access, deploying AI and Internet of Things diagnostics at lower level hospitals, and leveraging drone logistics for medical supply chains, as we have seen in Homa Bay. Realizing this collective vision requires creating frameworks for county innovation funds, facilitating public-private co-creation platforms, and strengthening citizen engagement through open governance tools. This conversation continues with enhancing coordination of national devolution programs, peer learning, and multi-stakeholder technical support frameworks for the people, for prosperity, and for collective future. Asanteni sana na Mungu abariki.
Asante sana, tumpigie makofi Bwana PS. I now want to take...
Excellency Governors and Deputy Governors, Members of Parliament, my colleagues from the Senate, Members of County Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have a big and beautiful speech here but I will request that I table it so that it forms part of the records of this devolution conference. And then I will utilize this opportunity just to welcome you to Homa Bay County with great pride, with great pleasure, with great privilege. 3 years ago, you would never have imagined that Homa Bay could host a devolution conference. Indeed, it's almost exactly 3 years ago since Gladys Wanga was elected the governor. And when we sat in that hall waiting for the results to come, we said, by the way, one day we could host a devolution conference. And I thought it would happen in her 2-term, not in her 1-term. And it has come sooner, earlier than we expected. And this morning, when I was going through the Bible, I reflected on an interesting conversation between Nathaniel and Philip. It is in the book of John. Philip tells Nathaniel that a good thing has happened in Nazareth. And Nathaniel, being the cynic, asks, what good can come out of Nazareth? And Philip responds, come and see. What good can come out of Homa Bay? I am glad that you have come, and I am sure that you have seen Nazareth. And Nathaniel, of course, there is so much here that we cannot exploit ourselves as sons and daughters of Homa Bay. And so we are open. Dime has a problem with the girls. He says the short ones are quarrelsome. But he has told me that he has apologized on that slip of the tongue. The oil in Turkana, each of our 47 counties has got something good, just the same way something good came out of Nazareth. Your Excellency, when you talked of the bottom-up economic transformation model, I believe that devolution would be the channel for delivering development bottom-up, delivering development to the grassroots, and it still remains the surest way of empowering the people and empowering communities. Your Excellency, I don't want to say much. The Speaker of the Senate is present and will make the formal presentation and will also introduce the senators present because he's the head of the institution. The Governor of Homa Bay is present and she will also introduce and acknowledge all the leaders who have come from Homa Bay County. All the elected members of Parliament, National Assembly and Senate from Homa Bay are here. We have given Governor Gladys Wanga full, unlimited and unconditional support. And that is why she has been able to host Madaraka Day and host Devolution Conference with so much success. Allow me to apologize if there has been any indiscretion, if there's been anywhere or in any way we have fallen short of your expectation. I apologize on behalf of the people of Homa Bay. For a long time, this county, this region, has been the black sheep of the family called Kenya. Past governments have looked at this region, have looked at this county with the cynicism of Nathaniel, and they've always asked, what good can come from Nyanza? What good can come from the people of Homa Bay? And what good can come from the people of Luoland? Perhaps I might not tell them to come and see, but I will tell them to wait and see. Because President Ruto, you have made it your business to come and find out the good in this region. And you have just not been talking, you have done things. When you drive around this Homa Bay town, for those who are here for the first time, 3 years ago, we didn't have 90% of the tarmac you are seeing here. 3 years ago, we didn't have 90% of some of the public infrastructure you are seeing here. We thank you, Your Excellency. Good things will come from Homa Bay. Just wait and see. That's all the politics I'm doing today. And when it comes to matters of policy, I will allow the Speaker of the Senate to do so. But Your Excellency, just allow me, because the Devolution Donor Working Group have spoken, I thought they would talk about how fast we process some of the instruments that are required to draw on donor support. I want to commit and I want to promise the Devolution Donor Working Group that we have had a conversation as a Senate, and we had that conversation with CS Mbadi last week, that we must find a more efficient way of processing conditional and unconditional grants so that counties can draw on them in a timeous manner. Your Excellency, I'm glad that in this financial year, we never fought over DORA. DORA was assented to on the 30th of June. Perhaps that's a record, because in the first year of DORA, we even had to go to court. This gentleman here called Sang is the one who led us to court, and it was very contentious. For the first time, the formula for allocation of revenue amongst county governments was not contentious. It was passed very fast. For the first time, CARA has been processed very swiftly, and CS Mbadi had assured us that counties would start getting money. Good things are happening in Jerusalem. To the county assemblies, the president has assented to a bill which was privately sponsored by Senator for Meru, the deputy speaker. Senator Kathuri is the originator of that bill that has provided autonomy to county assemblies. Mr. President, again, history has been made that bills have been assented to in Homa Bay for the first time. I don't know whether that has ever happened before. Something good is happening in Nazareth. To the governors, our friends, we will continue to fight for additional resources to counties, because we believe that money is not personal money. It is money that goes to the people. We in the Senate call for greater efficiency, greater focus on service. We must have a conversation with a few of our friends or a few counties which are beginning to look like payroll stations rather than development centers. That is a conversation that we must have. And finally, to my friends in Parliament, we must hold the executive to account. Parliament is not a branch of the executive. We must be bold, whether the experts are our friends or not. We have passed legislation, and Your Excellency, if not a branch of the executive, we must be bold, whether the experts are our friends or not. We have passed legislation, and Your Excellency, if you look at even the health laws, the Senate passed the 4 laws when we are sitting in Turkana. We went for Senate Mashinani in Turkana. We are the ones who have passed the legislation. So we should not be mourning like the common man, yet we are the ones who came up with the framework. Our job is to call the ministers. And if Duale cannot fix this thing, if Olunga cannot fix this thing, if Dr. Nyikal, chairing the health committee, cannot fix this thing, then we've got a problem somewhere. We must make these things work. It is our duty, it is our responsibility. They